Right, okay, tier list time. I think Adam Warlock is probably S tier. He's definitely really good. Triple support is very strong right now. Adam Warlock is still like unchanged from when he got buffed, and I think he's probably one of the better triple support picks right now. I think when you're doing triple support, you either want to do Jeff, Adam, or Mantis, or your best picks right now. Ultron got a bit worse, but he's still really good in triple support. But Adam Warlock is like super strong pick. Super strong pick. BP is like D tier. I think this character's useless. I don't know why you would play him right now. Probably the worst diver, or I'd say one of the worst divers. I think the character gets like negative value, too hard to play. He has a shit team up. Like, nothing really to say about BP other than that. I think Black Widow is better than people let on. I think she's like C tier. With Mantis Pocket, she can actually kind of roll depending on the map. If you ban Venom, I think she has like a really good time playing the game. But if Venom's open, then she's just going to be like perma-harassed by divers. I think Psylocke is also a big issue for Black Widow. But like if good divers are banned, I think this character is like insanely good. With a person that's got like good mechanical skill. Hulk is probably like, I want to say A or B tier. I think he's A tier because he has a good answer for dive. I think Hulk is a hero, if played correctly, has really good answers for a lot of dive right now. And he can actually hard peel a lot of things like Jeff ult. He has a lot of counterplay tools to deal with like Star-Lord ult, to deal with Mag ult. He can contest flyers. I think the character is better than people think, but the fact that his team up is kind of bad is the reason why people are putting him a bit lower in the tier list right now. Captain America's S tier in my opinion. I've been playing Captain America a lot recently. I'm one above all playing Captain America. Like, this character is really good. People thought he was hard nerf, but I think he's still like absolutely busted. Insane ult, insane pressure on backlines. I think the character is really good right now, and more people should be playing Cap, 100%. Cloak and Dagger is probably like, I want to say low A. Low A. She's one of the like lesser support picks. I think if you're picking any of these characters, you want to be picking like Invis or Luna for high heals. But like Cloak and Dagger is not as good, but she's still a good pick if Invis is banned or Luna's banned. But I think she's just like less viable. She doesn't really have the sustain to be as good as like a main support or a main healer. Doctor Strange is like, he's S tier also. I think he's S tier with Cap. I think they're like both with each other, more or less. I think Doctor Strange is like super good. TP is obviously going to be always good utility. His ult's insane. The 6-second Maelstrom is absolutely unreal. The character can just struggle a lot versus like melee DPS, I feel like, and melee tanks. But other than that, like, the character does like really good damage, has really good pressure, insane shield. Like, the shield is busted. The shield is really good for like blocking any kind of healing. So I think Doctor Strange is in a good spot for sure. Groot's probably A tier also with Hulk. I think Groot and Hulk are kind of similar with each other, where they have good places where they can be played, but sometimes they're just unplayable. And I think Groot and Hulk are very similar in that sense. They have good maps also and bad maps also. So I think Groot and Hulk kind of the same way, where it also depends on the player's skill on the character. Like, a really good Groot player can just absolutely take over the lobby, and a really good Hulk player can take over the lobby. But an average Hulk and an average Groot are going to struggle into a lot of things. So I think these characters are definitely like good A tier, comfortable A tier, 100%. Right. Hawkeye is probably C as well. Like with Black Widow, where it's like if the player has really good aim, they can take over, but like just any kind of dive shuts them down and will make them struggle. So I think Hawkeye is just, he's not as good as he could be right now, but he could become meta potentially. We'll have to see, but it's possible. It's possible that Hawkeye becomes meta. Hela is S tier this season. I'd say Hela's probably like here. Really good team up. Her team up's insane with Namor. Her new buffs that she got, which was to her Crow, absolutely unreal. Changed the character a lot. She's really good into dive now. Well, not really good into dive now, but she has a lot more tools to answer to dive. and the 25 bonus health plus the cast speed on the Crow makes it so she gets like that guaranteed get out of jail free card, which makes her a lot harder to kill, and you'll notice that when you're playing against a good Hela. Iron Fist. Iron Fist is A tier. I think he's like, actually, I think Iron Fist is low S. This character is so unbelievably AIDS to play against. If you're a tank player, you know what I'm talking about. This character is unkillable, and he just absolutely destroys your health pool. I swear to God, he'll just walk on you. You're shooting him. You can't do anything. He's just getting healed up, and he's just shredding your HP over time. This character is so good. He's so good. I think he's S tier. I genuinely think he's S tier. This character is actually really sleeper. Really sleeper. I think more people should be playing him than they are right now, because the character is actually really strong. He's really strong, trust me. Iron Man, I think, is actually got a really good season right now. I think he's like low S, or low A, sorry. If you ban Hela Psylocke, his life becomes way easier, or banning Magneto. He needs pocket, but if he gets pocketed, he can shred. He can absolutely shred. Seen like really good Iron Man players like Knut, for example, who can put in the work on this hero, but he just needs that peel. He needs the peel to do it, you know. Jeff the Shark. I want to say Jeff is high S. Jeff is probably the best support in the game, bar none. I think this character is disgustingly OP. His ult's really annoying to play against. Good Jeff the Shark players can hard carry lobbies, and he's easily the best triple support option, maybe other than Mantis. Mantis might be the best, but Jeff is up there 100%. He enables divers really hard as well, with the fact that he can heal and he can deal damage at the same time, and his survivability is like unparalleled by any other character in the game. You can't kill this character if he's played right. You cannot kill him. So Jeff the Shark, strong S, easily. Loki's fucking terrible, I can't lie. I think Loki's terrible. This character needs a buff. I think when they made it so that his clones do 20% less healing, it was just a dumb idea. The character was strong, but I think Loki's a fair character, to be honest, and he's very honest. I would like to see Loki come back into the meta over a character like Invisible Woman or Cloak and Dagger, I can't lie. And even Jeff the Shark and Adam Warlock. I think Loki's a bit less heads than those characters that I mentioned. But the character's just in a really bad spot, I can't lie. He's probably the worst support in the game, bar none. Like, easily the worst support in the game. I'll put him above BP though, slightly. I think he's better than BP. Ona's S tier still, like no surprise. Really good ult, really good healing, really good utility. Snowflake is probably the best support cooldown in the game, because it just enables your DPS to do more, and her damage is really good as well. Just a overall strong character, what can you say? Magic is A tier, I'd say. I think Magic's like probably here. I think really good Magic players are like showing that the character is super strong, and that the character can easily take over, but I think you need to be pretty much a Magic one trick, or at least like a strong Magic player in terms of how much you play the hero. Otherwise, she's a bit iffy, you know. With the team up, she's even better. So I think if you have your Strange and your Magic, she can easily just like contest her backline and do a lot, a lot. Right, Magneto is still S tier, and surprise. Just always going to be a solid pick because of the utility that he provides. His ult can one shot through support ults. His ult can stop a lot of other ults in the game, and because of that, he's always going to be just a good character, a good meta pick. Nothing more to say about Mag, really. Mantis is high S. I want to say she's like here. Lower rank players won't understand this, but Mantis is like the biggest enabler of triple support comps, because she's basically just like a healer that is a DPS. So she can deal that damage, she can enhance the damage of her teammates, and she also provides that support ult while being able to heal all in the one hero. And the sleep just does like, well, the sleep doesn't add as much as the rest of her kit, but the sleep kind of makes it so like divers will get CCs like chained more, and she just has more tools to like basically protect her backline. The character's just really good overall, and the team up is also strong. Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight is better than people think right now. I want to say he's like above Iron Man. I think the character is actually really good. I've seen people ban Moon Knight versus Melio, I'm pretty sure it was. and the character can be kind of annoying to play against. He just does a shit ton of damage, can build his ult up really fast, and the ult can actually create a lot of space, cut off tanks from supports. I think it has a lot more use than people think it does. But the problem is, if you're playing Moon Knight against like a good Psylocke or Hela, I think you do get shot down pretty hard. So that's why I think Moon Knight is not quite S tier. Namor is S tier right now. I don't want to say he's as good as Hela, but he's probably like, I would say Namor is like here. He's above Iron Fist by a lot, don't get me wrong, but he's here. Namor is like, I think his team up is actually worse. Low key, the team up is worse than the Gamma Squad, but I think like the team up is still really good, and the character is still really good. The ult is insane still. Also, like you can just do a lot, but honestly, like I think Namor is not as good as he was with the Gamma Squad. I think the Gamma Squad was actually better, to be honest with you. More off knife, or more fucking in life. Is that your name? More fucking in life. Thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, I think Namor is slightly worse than he was before. Penny Parker, probably my first B tier. I think the character has really good maps, but she struggles on like attack, for example, and into certain DPS comps. But I think on some maps she can be like super annoying to play against. I think she's actually better than people let her on to be, but she does depend on those good maps. Very situational pick. Sai. S tier, of course. Her ult buff was unnecessary. I don't know why they buffed the ult. The character is just Thanos if the person can take over on her, and still like a really prevalent pick in the meta. I don't know why they buffed her. She was like perfectly balanced, and then they just decided to give her that really pointless buff that made her even better. I don't like Psylocke getting that buff. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Punisher is A. He's like a really strong A. I've been playing Punisher like if I need to flex sometimes, and I just fucking take over. I just like absolutely beam everyone with the assault rifle. I use the shotgun to just like 1v1 tanks. I think the character's like really strong. He's like really good this season. I swear to God, Punisher is like pretty slept on. I think he's pretty slept on. I think if you're like really good at aiming, you can just completely destroy lobbies. Like my aim is really good, I'd say, but I wouldn't say I'm like one of the better hit scan players, of course. So like if you're like one of the better hit scan players, just take over, bro. Just take over in the Punisher. Rocket. I think Rocket is probably here. The ult buff was really good, like insane. It made it so a lot of thresholds with the damage boost were breached, and a lot of things can one shot now because of that, or just like kill through. The thing is though, once people get better at breaking the ult, now that Rocket's back in the meta and they know to prioritize killing the ult, I think he will become probably an A tier. But right now, no one's shooting those goddamn Rocket ults, so that's why he's S tier. And he's just really good in ranked. This is a good ranked pick for sure. Spider-Man is C tier. He's really good on certain maps where he can hook you off. If he doesn't have those maps where he can hook you off, he sucks. Like there's nothing more to say about Spider-Man. Squirrel Girl sucks. She's like OC, prey ass, not very good this meta. Not much use other than breaking spawn holds. That's more or less there is to say about Squirrel Girl. Star-Lord, S tier. I think this character is really strong. I think Star-Lord's probably like with Psylocke. Like Psylocke Star-Lord players, there's always like a side player that plays Star-Lord also, and they will just absolutely become Thanos in both characters. I think Thanos' ult. Star-Lord's ult is like really good. His AoE ability where he goes in with you like your dive tanks is super good also, and his poke is insane. Like he can pressure out tanks, he can pressure out DPS, and the rolls giving him 25 bonus health is disgusting. I don't know why they did that. It's really annoying to play against. So he gets the iframes, he reloads, and he also gets bonus health to help him survive. Really good pick overall. Storm is like, I want to say low A. She's pretty decent. She has her niche uses in certain comps, but other than that, she's pretty easy to kill for most DPS slash tanks. Thor is, I'd say, a healthy A tier. I want to say he's like here. Thor's really good. People are sleeping on Thor a lot, I feel like. The ult buff and all the stuff that they gave him recently has actually made Thor a really lethal pick, and he can shut down a lot of characters like flankers and flyers, for example. He can deal with them and shut them down. He just has that kind of pressure to keep them in bay. I think Thor will be more and more picked as people start to learn how his uses work and where he can be played. Scarlet Witch is fucking atrocious. I know, there's nothing else to say other than that. She's terrible. You might as well just delete the character and no one would even notice, to be honest with you guys. You wouldn't even notice if this character was gone, I swear to God. Venom. S tier, of course. Probably the best tank in the game. Venom is easily the best tank in the game. I don't know why they buffed his ult. They gave the ult fucking anti-heal, and I'm so confused why they did it. Why would you give Venom ult anti-heal? It was already busted, and they decided to buff him. He was already the best tank in the game, and now they gave him more. Venom is disgustingly OP right now. Disgustingly OP. Like, easily the best tank in the game, 100%. He has so much that he can do, provide. He has lethality to kill through people. He has lethality to kill through support ults. And super strong tank that just doesn't die. He just doesn't die if played correctly. Swear to God. Character's very, very strong. Bucky. Bucky is also an S tier. I have a lot of S tier. I might move some people out. I think Iron Fist is high A. I think Rocket. I might move Rocket out. Okay. I think Rocket's high A. I don't think he's quite here. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, we'll do that. Who was I talking about before? Bucky. Bucky's like super strong DPS pick. I think he's up here. Bucky's like really, really annoying to play against right now. Super tanky, high DPS, shuts down dives super well, and he's easy to play. Like, everyone plays him. Like, every DPS player can just play Bucky as their second pick. And the character's just really boringly easy. Like, even I can just full deadlift lobbies on Bucky. I've just picked Bucky and just started carrying, like killing everyone. It's just so easy. It's not hard to do. The character's just disgustingly overtuned and simple to play. Wolverine is sadly a B tier pick, I think. The character really needs buffs. Like, he has his uses and he can be good, but it's just really hard to extract that value from Wolverine. His ult doesn't kill, and like the percentage based damage nerf just completely gutted him. I don't know. They need to remove the team up and give him back the cooldown of 12 seconds on his leap, and then give him back his damage, because I think the character's lost his identity. He's kind of terrible. Why would you play Wolverine over Angela? I really don't get it. Mr. Fantastic's like C tier, I guess. He's like decent. The changes that they made to bug fix him were actually really nice, don't get me wrong, but I think the character is just, he's so hard to like carry on, you know? He's so hard to get that value. Just doesn't have that DPS potential that you need for a DPS to be reliable, and that's why Mr. Fantastic is C tier. Invisible Woman's S tier support. Really strong, super good, and the buff to her ult was insane. I think this character is like super annoying to play against though. She's actually AIDS. She's AIDS. Super AIDS. Thing is B tier also. He just serves as a niche pick of like stopping melee DPS and characters with mobility. But other than that, he's just like kind of useless, never picked. I don't really rate the Thing that much. I think Penny has more use cases than Thing, to be honest. Yeah. Human Torch is definitely worse right now. I think he's like high B. He's just not that great. He has a lot of downtime. Hela destroys him. Most ranged DPS just destroy him. Angela destroys him. The character just, he's not what he used to be, man. He was S tier before, but that nerf That nerf did a lot. It did a lot. Emma's S tier, below Mag. I think Emma's still really good. She still shuts down a lot of people, and she's still super prevalent in the meta. Has her use cases. I think she's always going to be prevalent just because her kit and the way it works kind of makes it so a lot of tanks can't play the game. But I don't think she's not like as oppressive as she was in the past. She's not as oppressive, which is good. Ultron. I'm gonna have too many S tiers. Ultron's high A with Rocket. The nerf is definitely noticeable, but the character's still really good in triple support. Like, still obviously a great triple support pick, but I don't think he's as good as he was before. The nerf was good. I'm happy with the nerf. I'm glad they did it. Okay, Phoenix is... I want to say Phoenix is high A also. I don't think she's quite S tier. The nerfs were noticeable, and her ult is still really busted, but I don't think she's as good as she was before. She could be S tier if she's changed it at all though, or if Hell is nerfed. She could become S tier, but I think the characters are definitely a high A pick, high A for sure. Blade is S tier. I don't care what anyone says, this character is actually really good. He slept on a lot. The new buffs to his sword were actually insane, and his poke potential is really good. His ability to just block so much incoming damage. His ult is super strong. I swear this character is busted, but more people need to play him, and then people will start to realize. Angela is S tier also. Bro, I have so many S tiers, I don't know. Angela is super broken on a lot of maps. Her ability to just grab multiple people in and kill them and just like harass people so freely makes this character so good. And I swear she has like 2 counters, and then no one else counters her. She has like actually 2 counters. The fact that everyone's S tier makes it so like it kind of shows that the meta's in a good place, no? I feel like right now the meta's in a good place compared to last season at least. Like, look at all these S tier picks, all these A tier picks. The meta is so close to being perfect. It's so close. We're nearly there. We're working our way there. Very close. Daredevil's S tier also. I think the character is probably the best dive in the game. Best dive in the game. And if used right, he's insane. He just walks you over. Especially paired with like another good dive tank. This character is super good. And like nigh unkillable. S plus. Okay, let's make an S plus. That's a good idea. Add a row above. S plus. That's a good idea. I like that. Mantis, Luna, Hela, Psylocke, Star-Lord, Venom, Mag, Emma. Yeah, I think that's good. I think honestly that's a good tier list, no? That's a pretty good tier list. I'm running with it. That's good.